What's going on? Back with another one. I want to talk about adding value. It is very important, no matter what you're doing in life, if you're an employee at a bank, if you're driving trucks, if you're a janitor, it doesn't matter what you're doing. You need to make sure your mindset is, how do I add value to the company I work for, the law firm I'm a lawyer at, the hospital I'm a doctor at. You want to make sure that you add value. See, there's always going to be people that are smarter than you. There will always be people that are better than you at doing the job. Some people will have more skill. But no one should be able to outwork you. No one should be more dedicated than you. When I first started, guys will make fun of me because they said I wasn't a mechanic. You're not gonna make it. You bought a truck, you don't know how to fix that truck. You're not gonna be able to do it. You don't know what you're doing. You're gonna be hauling fuel for a few months. I heard it all. But see, what they didn't realize is that I have a burning desire. Is that my work ethic is impeccable. See, what they didn't realize is that I never quit. I continue to move forward. And the main thing is I make sure I add value. As you know, I'm an owner-operator. And the one thing I told myself when I joined this company is that there are going to be guys that are more talented, more knowledgeable. There are guys that were, this one guy I run with, he used to actually be a mechanic and work on trucks, diesel mechanic. So he works on his own stuff. He has his own land, and he has his own land, his house, and a big barn, and he works on his own trucks. But, you know, I can't control that. But what I can control is, I knew I wasn't going to let him outwork me. I knew when I started, I was the bottom on the totem pole, but I knew I was going to make sure that no one else added more value than me. See, that's very important, because when times get rough, when companies start to lose money, you know, when the pandemic hits and companies try to find ways to shed dead weight, you know, the employees that are lazy, that like to come in late, like to screw around and waste time, you know, those are the ones they let go first. But like little Johnny, that's always there on time, that does his best to add the most value he can add. See, little Johnny, you don't have to worry about it. Now, little Johnny may get laid off, but he knows that he won't be the first one to get laid off, because he knows he adds a lot of value. You know, when I had a job, when I was a company driver, I was always a different kind of cat. I would always look at the numbers of what I made them. See, they were only paying me $95,000 a year. But sometimes I would look at the paperwork when I print out for the end of the week, and I started to realize that I was making them $14,000, $15,000 a week. I was one of the higher, you know, I was one of the higher paid routes when I was with that company. And when I decided to go on my own, even before I decided to go on my own and I had an idea that I wanted to be an owner, I still wanted to make sure that I added more value than anybody else. So I took pride in the fact that my route was always number one or number two in sales for the week. Well, then I started realizing I don't want to keep making somebody else $14,000 to $15,000 a week. I want to put myself in a position to be able to make that kind of money for myself. So I'm not there yet, but I'm definitely on my way. But the point I'm making is, I've always had that kind of mentality in my work, in my professional career. In truck driving, no matter what I've been doing, I always wanted to create the most value to those around me. I wanted to set myself apart. Because one thing is for sure, you may have a basketball player with all the talent in the world, but he may be lazy. He may have a horrible work ethic. You may have another basketball player that his skill level, he doesn't have raw talent, but he puts in the work. Shoots 1,000 jumpers a night, but no one's watching. He's working when people are sitting back, relaxing. He's in the gym, putting that work in. And see, that's me. And that's why I wanted to tell you. There are always going to be smarter people. There are. There are going to be people that know how to do the job better. You should never allow someone to outwork you. And you always want to make sure that you always have in your mind that you want to add value. There's a guy I work with right now. I think I mentioned him in my last video. And in the fuel industry, in the owner-operator world, they have a way of dealing with guys that don't add much value. I told that young man when he got here, I said, listen, man, when you come in, keep your mouth shut. I said, it's not going to be easy. You're going to get all the low-paying stores. You're going to have to hustle. You're going to have to bust your ass to make $13,000, $14,000, $15,000 in a month. But I said, if you stay the course, if you work hard and add value, you won't have to worry about anything. You think he added value? No. Came in complaining. Complaining about the stops. Too small to get the truck in. Well, when he bought his truck, he didn't buy a truck that was conducive for fuel hauling. No, he bought a big Peterbilt that's better for on-the-road driving. We're going in small gas stations. The gas station I'm about to pull into now is a pretty big one. But some of these stations are rather small, like my next one I'm going to in Noblesville. It was on my first video. If you go look at it, that's one of the smaller gas stations we have. And that's the one I'm going to next. So those gas stations aren't built for big-ass trucks to be going in and out of. So he's mad, complaining when he can't fit in these gas stations, keeping up a bunch of mess. And now that we're in the slow season, he's sitting at home. Why? Because he wasn't creating value. So now they're starving him out. He worked one day last week. I think the week before he worked one day. Now, I've been working consistently. I'm a 6-day-a-week driver. So how it works is 6-day-a-week drivers normally work 5 days. We'll never go under 4 days because we create the most value. So they want to make sure they give us the most work in the slow times. So he's lazy. He doesn't work 6 days a week. I told him, I said, when you start, make sure you work 6 days a week, at least the first couple of years, so you can really get ahead, get your money right, and when you're in a better position, then you can work 5 days a week. Nope, don't want to listen. Calling off work, starting late, screwing around. So now, in the slow season, when I'm still doing good, I'm still making not what I normally would make, but I'm still making almost $4K a week in a slow period, gross. He's sitting at home, he's making $1,000 a week, if that, because he didn't create value. So I think I've driven my point home enough. I don't want to beat it over the head any more than I already have. But if you look around in your own life and people around you, there are people that have proved the point. If you look around, people that don't add value to their company or wherever they are, if they don't add value, they can be easily replaced. So that's my word for you. Make sure you add value, please. Doesn't matter what level you are on in life. Doesn't matter. If you're a Burger King, if you're a school teacher, it doesn't matter. If you do your best to add value, you'll be better off. Now this is what I was talking about. This is the gas station I'm at. And of course, I can't see the pumps or the drops because they don't like to clean their lot. But luckily for me, I've been here several times, so I have an idea where they are. But that's all for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. And I will catch you on the next one. I gotta dig myself. I gotta dig these drops out. That's the worst thing about the fuel. I mean, about the fuel business in the snow. A lot of these gas stations don't like to clean their lot. But I think I see the top of the diesel drop, so I pretty much know where I'm at. But hey, I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe my video, please. Please. Thank you. Till the next time.